Hello, this is the devil, and welcome back to another episode of the KetchupCast.
Ooh.
How's it going, eh?
I like it.
Right.
I like it.
Yeah, this is episode 3, right?
Yeah,
Or
and the
four,
first
I don't know.
and the first one we're
Episode-
doing, from home because quarantine.
From Mama's
Yeah, but let's
basement.
let's
now,
not dwell on that too much. I feel like everything's been said about it already that
Yeah.
people already
Yeah,
know
it's
about.
true. But just to let you know, we are at home right now. I'm currently in my bed.
He's under the blanket.
Well, see,
Yeah.
I'm where we always recorded it, so it's like I'm
Yeah.
Wait,
at
you're in
home.
the same room?
I'm not in the same room, but I'm like right next to it.
PJ gets
Oh,
all the
that's
pizza. Oh, it's next in one of the infinite dungeon you live in.
Yeah, I'm in the darkest steps of the dungeon
We
of
found,
my
we
basement.
found another door, by the way, behind your washing machine when we were over there last time.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, I don't know what that door goes to.
Yeah, it doesn't go nowhere. Don't go in there.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know what the hell it goes to.
Oh,
You're
it's
gonna,
like
get lost
what
in
was
there.
that movie? Coraline. It's gonna be in there. It's gonna be another version of your parents, but he works at Wegmans instead.
I should go in there and see what happens.
I don't know what your mom does, but unfortunately.
We actually just talked about that. She works for herself. She like manages like taxes and
Oh, cool.
bookkeeper. I think.
Oh, what?
Bookkeeper.
How ironic! How ironic!
What? Oh yeah.
Wait, what's the like appropriate title for Peep?
What?
Or like no, like the actual
Oh, on the compass?
Yeah.
Anarcho-primitivism.
Anarcho-primitivism.
Listen, I don't
And
care if you
Craig, you like
collectivize
this
it. I'm not
movie?
working in a factory.
I don't care. I don't care if it's how you talk. I'm not communicating.
I don't
Now-
care if it's Huntington Con. I'm not wearing clothes.
Agriculture was pushing it. All right, let's bring it back a couple notches.
All right, so Anthony, you want
We
to tell
let
your
you
bathroom
get
story then?
look.
Yeah.
Look, we let you
Oh.
guys plant your seeds, and now
Oh
look
my
where that
gosh.
got us.
Let's just explain for a bit, mate. It's been a good how long? Like 3 weeks or about a month since our last episode. So
Over a month, because I remember it was before Doom Eternal and Animal Crossing came out.
We went from 3
Exactly.
of us working to 1 of us working to death.
so much
Me.
so much has happened over these couple weeks.
But like I
It's kinda-
said,
it's
let's
kinda
not
ironic, too.
let's not dwell on that too much because I feel like
Yeah.
everything that can be said has already been said.
Well,
Yeah.
go ahead and tell your shower story, Anthony.
My
Oh yeah,
shower-
you've been dying to tell us for 2 days now.
Save it for the podcast.
No,
Better be a good story.
what was it?
Margaret's toilet.
It may as
Oh yeah,
well have
okay.
been.
So Marco was getting out of work from BJ's. He was on his way home, and I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna shower real quick," because we were on Discord.
Mm.
What were we gonna play? We were gonna play Man vs. Machine.
And boy, did we.
So, and boy, did we!
Yeah, boy, did we.
So I was taking my shower.
Mhm.
Like I was going as fast as I can, and I was like scrubbing my face and my head, and I noticed I feel I feel a liquid falling on my hand that wasn't water. I opened my eyes and I saw blood coming from my nose. I was like, oh, that's real nice. And I was like, oh, this is taking forever. The nosebleed lasted a good 10 minutes.
Why
Well, do you know what
why does
triggered
your
it?
nose randomly bleed? This has happened more than once.
I've never had my nose bleed before.
I've had it
Dude,
happen
that
when
shit-
I was
No.
younger. I've never had it like the past 10 years.
I get so many. Like at around the same time of each high school, I would get a nosebleed almost like every day, and I would have to go to the nurse.
I
In
remember
Or you get-
freshman year, around around the middle of the semester, like during English class, I'd be like, "Oh shit, I gotta go."
Anthony, you either go to the nurse because of a bloody nose, or you go to the nurse because a certain individual stabbed you with a pencil.
that's not this week's SCP. You can't have that.
Actually,
No, he's not. But this week's SCP, we'll get to that now. Good transition. Is actually a specific request from my cousin Gavin and Aiden. Shout out to you guys. Is Miss our
Don't say the actual name.
No, you're not supposed to say
Oh,
the name.
okay? Jeez, what are we gonna call her? We'll call her Betty White because Betty White's old as fuck. Okay.
Oh, actually that's perfect. Yeah.
Okay, so Betty White. Me and
I would
Marco
have
had.
said the Queen of England. Who
I like
is
Betty
so
White. 'Cause Betty White's like
Same thing.
way older than her.
So anyway, Betty White is a teacher me and Marco had in senior year. Now, Betty White is pretty much notorious for being the easiest teacher in the school. So what we would do in that class is we would literally read fairy tales. Everyone would just be on their phone. She would ask questions and no one would answer them. They'd come time for a test and everyone would just cheat on it. And she, like, it's kind of sad because she's, like, old, whatever, but she was oblivious. Like, she never noticed anyone was on their phones. She just read us these, like, fairy tales. She's like, oh, you all seem very interested in the story.
I think you're forgetting to talk about her most defining characteristic, which is her age.
Oh, yeah, so
Because,
that's the thing.
I want to get into that a little bit.
I'm sorry, yeah, I should have mentioned that.
Not only did we have her in high school, I didn't, but not only was she in our senior year of high school, my mother had her 20 years ago when she was in high school.
And she's in my dad's yearbook, and he graduated in 1979. She is very, very old, and she does not want to retire. She has the ability to retire. She chooses not to. I don't know what the compels her to stay. I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know what compels her to stay in a school full of, like, annoying teenagers, but she does, and it is just amazing to me.
I mean, what else do you think she's gonna do if she loses this job?
Oh, Michael,
I'll tell you what she'll do. She'll sit in our house for a year and die. That's what's gonna happen.
Michael.
Yeah, I'm surprised that happened already.
According to Miss, who is our I just
Bleep.
said her name.
We're not bleeping out, guys.
Miss D.
Me and Michael's English teacher, who was actually good friends with Betty White. Apparently, she was like not a nurse, but she worked in sort of like the medical field at the same time as being a teacher.
Really?
I know. I think I heard that.
Yeah, she
like,
donated
in a hospital
blood.
too.
Wow.
She's a fucking vampire.
Frog
No, so
work.
I was saying, Marco, do you want to tell? Is there any stories you want to tell them to speak?
I don't know. Refresh my memory.
Oh, how about?
Oh no, none of that.
Oh,
Oh God, I'm not reading that.
yeah, no, because what happened? Because okay, so there's actually another story in it itself. What Marco will always do if there's a question on like a assignment or whatever that he just doesn't know, he'll write like a joke answer. Like, Marco, do you want to go through some of the answers you've written on your papers before?
I wrote God, please help me. Please help me. I wrote that on my my physics test. Was that it?
Yeah, it was the lab interview, and you're like, and you wrote like, so it's like, what can we conclude from this experiment? And you wrote, we can conclude that I want to kill myself. You were just
Yes, I would
frustrated
just write.
with it.
I would just write like that on the like pointless ass assignments, and then when we handed it in, I didn't know she was gonna like read off the answers to the class. So, I have no idea what I wrote, but it was like so unspeakable to the point where she didn't even want to say it. She just like, oh, and this one's by another student. Oh God, I'm not gonna read that.
Face of horror.
Still don't know what I wrote. Honestly.
It's like, oh my goodness! No, I'm not gonna read this.
Gun to my head. No idea what you wrote.
Wait, I got a question. Was it Miss B's class where
You said the
you
word.
guys drew-
Betty White.
Oh,
Yeah, in the books, Anthony.
yeah, you guys drew in the book.
Oh yeah.
All those drawings of Rob.
No, Marco wrote like a whole like cityscape. Like he had Kevin as a three-headed dragon. He had Rob. He had Toucan Sam to stick out.
Babe, do you remember your agenda book?
Oh yeah, at the end of the year, like I said, give a shit. We just like littered it with like all these like funny drawings. And it was like, I can't say their names, but two siblings, doing the dirty.
Oh.
Okay.
Probably my favorite drawing is the picture of you and Marco, and in the middle is Rob with his head all the way down.
At PAX.
That's actually Rob and two streamers.
Yeah. Okay, so I just want to get back to this real quick. A story that I was
Betty White.
that I was saying to Marco about was what would happen sometimes that usually we would all just be on our phones and no one would care and she wouldn't notice.
Well, you have to reinforce it's because of how old she was that her body was literally failing.
But there was occasionally times she would single out a single student and just grill them the entire class. And I remember once Marco had his phone out and then the entire like 45 minutes or whatever, Marco, the phone. And meanwhile, the entire class is on their phone, not giving a shit.
Yeah, I don't know why she would do that. She'd like choose one, and then for the day, that's like her.
Marco.
It's all her brain can process.
The phone. And the funny shit had to be when I can't say his name. You can just sweep it out when he would go over. The pencil sharpener is right behind Betty White, and he would just go over, literally right in front of her eyes, take a picture of the test answers, and just send it to the entire class, and then we'd all pass. So like, oh, you all did so well.
Dude, passing anything in that class.
Well, you could turn in a blank paper and probably get a A on it.
No, Marco, remember when you handed in like?
I remember. No, remember I didn't do anything and I got a 70.
Yeah, you didn't do like an essay. You got a 75 on.
No, it was a fucking presentation, like an essay and presentation.
I remember that.
I didn't do a single bit of it, and I got 70.
Wait, was it Malik who said "I love you" to Betty White?
No, that was
We'll call him an Enderman.
He's like, I love you. He's like, well, your actions.
I don't love your actions.
Oh, you should. We should talk about how she got more chaotic evil after we left.
Oh yeah, she started shitting herself.
No, that's not even an exaggeration. That's literally what happened.
No, I don't know if your cousin was exaggerating. Like maybe she probably like farted in class, but is it actually true that she shat herself?
I'm pretty sure because what happened is Gavin told me that on multiple occasions it would smell in that classroom.
No, PJ, because that happened to us too. Just like people not showering and like girls on their period or something.
Oh, that's too. The whole school was fucking disgusting. Hence why the SCP list exists in the first place. Half those kids were disgusting and didn't know how to shower. That's like half. That's like half the reason. Yeah, funny. That's like half the reason why the SCP list exists is because people just did not have proper hygiene and it just annoyed everyone. You know. Jeez.
That's what you did.
It was like a fever dream.
No, it was a fever dream. That's the thing. Because even that story is so surreal that I don't even think it's a real person anymore.
Oh, speaking of PJ mispronouncing things, throughout these 3 weeks, we discovered more people that peeped out.
Yeah, it's the new subject. New people to the Peep cinematic universe, whatever the hell you want to call it.
Yeah. So who do we? Can you just remind everyone of who we have?
Can I remind you? Okay.
None of the new ones, just the ones that we know.
There's, it's so stupid. Well, I mean, it's Jenny. There's Jenny.
No, that's the new one.
Oh, the old ones. The old ones. Jesus Christ. It's Ashley. There's Ashley. This isn't technically me, but there's Lily. There's Ben. There's Zachary, which actually got born during a podcast we did.
Okay, so we discovered either 2 or 3 more. I'm not exactly sure. There's
so stupid.
There's Jenny. It's just when Pete says genuinely really fast, he says Jenny.
It's really the stupidest thing in the world.
It's not.
Pete, whenever
it really is.
Whenever you start most stories, you say, "I remember this one time." Each time you're like, "Amber, this one time."
It's so dumb. It's literally the stupidest thing in the world.
Pete, how's Amber, Jenny, and Zachary doing?
It's Zachary, not Zachary.
No, you say Zachary.
Is that even a name?
Exactly.
Okay. Anyway, what I was going back before we said it's a fever dream. This is a topic I want to talk to you guys about. Because I don't really know if it was since the quarantine or since I went to college or whatever, but I've been having like really like weird dreams over and over and over. The thing I wanted to ask you.
Oh, I've been having unceasing nightmares every night.
Tell me.
I'll get to it in a second, but like it's just like why sort of things. But one thing I noticed that I feel like my dreams are almost like in the same world, like as if it's almost like a parallel dimension. Because what will happen is like I'll like revisit the same worlds in a dream, and I'll like recognize them, be like, oh, I've been here before in a different dream. But I just want to know, like, what do you guys like? What's your opinion on dreams? I guess I should say.
What do you think? How do you have an opinion on dreams?
Or you know what I mean? Like what do you think they mean? I should say.
They're just shit your brain comes up with when you're asleep.
Yeah, it's like, there's no explanation for them. They just kind of happen.
I think if you were to go into detail saying like, oh, if you see this in your dream, it means you're gonna die in 6 weeks or some shit like that.
I mean, Michael. I mean,
I've had dreams where I've died hundreds of times.
Yeah, you've had the most interesting dreams as of So
Oh yeah, you want to tell your dream? There, that scary ass one.
I don't want to talk about that. One's like
talk about it immediately.
Okay, I was like, I don't remember. I'm kind of lost in memory about it, but it was like I was in like a. Okay, Anthony, you played Rainbow Six, right? You know Hereford Base, like the one that's raining, that map?
Yeah.
You know it has that green garage door that's like the soft wall? Yeah, I was behind that, and there was a hole in the wall behind me. And there's this old black janitor, and there's a vampire. I don't remember the context. I don't think there was any. But because like the vampire was like evil, every time the janitor was like he was like defending me for some reason.
Why was it a janitor?
You tell me. I don't know. I'll tell you more about it later. But this guy, so like he's like defending me from a vampire, and this dude, he's like, the vampire hits him, but because like the vampire's like evil and unholy, it like corrupts him the more he hits him for some reason. And like he like every time he hit him, like there was like a new like Lovecraftian feature that got attached to his face. Like there was he hit him in the jaw, and then an eye grew there. Like an outworking functioning eyeball, and just the eye turned around and looked at him dead in the face.
Terrifying.
And I remember this so clearly to this day. He had an accent. He's like, the eye, it stares at me with such contempt. What did I do? What did I do to deserve
this?
That's
Terrifying. Oh my god.
And I woke up in a sweat. It was the worst thing that's ever happened to me in my life. I swear to God.
Oh, then afterwards, did you go on? You went on Twitter.
Oh no, I forgot about that. I hate you.
Yeah.
I went on Twitter afterwards, and I'll put the link in the description for this image. It was someone made like a corrupted Animal Crossing villager with a horse. Oh, he was by the end. I forgot to explain. By the end of it, after like his beating, he had like a horse head that was split in half down the middle and on fire. I open up Twitter. The first thing I see is exactly that, but in Animal Crossing.
Ooh.
Then remember you checked the person's followers and it was 666.
Oh, and I did
or the
that.
following, whatever.
The people following him was 666 people. And I was like, life is a simulation crashing around me right now.
Absolutely fucking terrifying.
I see the lines. It blew my mind. Anyway.
That was like,
and if you believe in omens, some might say that means
well, also, I looked it up. Apparently, a horse skull in your dreams is a meaning of pestilence.
Bro.
And this was like during the start of the quarantine too, which was.
Oh no!
Hey, don't talk about it! Don't talk about it!
It's
we're gonna be demonetized and make no money.
No, they got rid of that. That's done. That's over.
All right. Well, I don't know about that dream, but I feel like most dreams are just like shit you've seen throughout the day.
Well, it's
like,
you can't have a dream about something you haven't seen before. Is what it is.
That's true. I mean, I forgot what dream it was, but I remember one time when you guys sent something on Discord, and I saw it, and then I saw it later in my dream.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I know that. Oh, I hate those dreams where it's like something happens like that seems like real, like it's like an everyday thing, like just go and eat breakfast or whatever. Mm-hmm. And then you wake up and you're so confused, like, wait, did I just eat breakfast? And you're like, oh wait, it's just a dream.
Dude, okay, the thing that really fucks me up about dreams, it's like you're it's as if you're conscious throughout the entire thing. So like when you're in a dream, you're actually like convinced that that everything's real.
I have a question for the group. All right, this is gonna be a good question. Have you ever lucid dreamed?
Oh, all
maybe once or twice.
What does that mean? I don't know.
It's yeah. That actually happened to me the other day. Like it's funny. It talks to my personality or whatever. Is that I had a dream I was back in college, and like I kind of realized halfway through, I'm like, oh wait a second, I'm in a dream, and it's funny. The first thing I did, I'm like, I need to go into Smash Brothers, see what the roster looks like. Maybe I can predict something when I wake up. But no, that happened to me multiple times. Where like I know it's kind of like people say it's like a process. You have to like make yourself get in a lucid dream, but it'll just like happen randomly. Be like, oh shit, I'm in a dream. You know, I remember the dream I just talked about. Like I remember, like I kind of realized, I'm like, oh shit, I'm gonna wake up. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna wake up soon. So like I was like rushing around, like trying to like do everything I wanted to do in like the lucid dream. But I just felt like that sense of like I'm gonna wake up soon. I need to do stuff quickly.
I have an obligation to a friend. This is very off topic, but I have an obligation to make.
Oh,
could we talk about ketchup for at least 5 minutes, please?
Sure.
Yeah, we don't fucking call it KetchupCast for out of reason.
Okay, so this is where the expertise comes in. I didn't go to ketchup college for nothing.
I think it's okay. I'm not a fan. I mean, I'll eat it if it's there, but I'm not a fan. I won't
What's
go
wrong
out of
with
my
ketchup?
way.
Okay,
No, honestly, I like it.
Go-to brands.
I'll eat it. It's pretty good. But like
Heinz.
Yeah, Heinz. That's all I know.
Heinz.
And Hunt's.
Okay, but have you ever thought about making your own ketchup? How difficult would that be?
Oh,
Pretty difficult.
do you guys know Binging with Babish?
Yeah.
On YouTube. I've watched a couple of videos. He's actually made ketchup, and like it looks doable, but I'm sure I would definitely.
Oh, I have a recipe up here. This is the benefit of doing this over Discord. Oh, there's so much stuff. Oh,
It's too hard,
it's 5 steps. It takes 12 hours to cook.
bro.
Prep 10
Okay.
minutes. Cook 12 hours.
What is that?
Okay, I have a question.
Yeah, there's like with ketchup, there's a lot of like you have to like simmer it for a long time and just let it cook. And with when you're cooking tomatoes, if you want like that sweetness to come out, you actually have to cook it low and slow for a very long.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna need a yes or no from everybody. All right. I'm gonna go down this list I have, and we're gonna get a yes or no.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Ketchup.
Yes, I guess.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Wait,
sure.
Yeah.
just ketchup?
Yeah. Just ketchup on its own. Just like regular ketchup.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Yeah.
Mayo chip.
No.
Mayo chip.
Yeah.
Oh, I've heard of that. Yeah.
Yes. That's a yes for
I'm in
me.
the middle. I'm in the
Okay.
middle.
Yo, I used to eat that shit all the time
All
in
right.
high school.
Controversial point. Mustard.
Yes.
Yes.
No.
Not really. No.
Yes.
Okay.
My God, I know you hate mustard.
No,
and you
I hate mustard. I used to
honey
tell my
mustard.
summer camp I was allergic to it because they wouldn't give it to me.
Is it, I didn't really like it as a kid because I was like, yo, this shit is way too sour. You know?
That's why I liked it. I'm like, I like how fucking tart this is.
I love it now.
Okay. Follow me on this one. Mayo must.
What?
That's
I don't think I've ever had that.
That is a
I
product
never had
that
it.
Heinz sells.
I've heard of it. Yeah, there's
Like,
mayo
I
ketchup
know what
too.
you mean. They actually sell bottles.
Yeah,
that
no,
are,
that
like,
we
the
sell.
two things
I've seen it being
combined.
sold. It is mayo and ketchup mixed in a 50-50 ratio.
Yeah, I've seen that before. I never
I've
tried
seen-
it.
Yeah, I've seen videos of guys trying it.
It does not sound that good, but I can't explain why.
Mayo.
Anything with
mustard,
mayo is fucking disgusting.
I disagree.
No,
I disagree
mayo-
entirely.
Mayo's good, dude. I fucking made my own the other day.
Okay, all right, you guys.
I only
all
like
right,
You want,
hold on,
you
hold
want
on.
the shits? It's
We
good.
all like
I only-
we all like
A little bit of mayo.
we all
Little
like
bit of
roast
mayo,
beef
that's it.
sandwiches, right? Here, we like
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
yeah, from
Well,
like
I
Kelly,
just
from
had
like
one.
Kelly's
I
and
just had
stuff.
one.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
I just had Kelly's. I just had
What's the
Kelly's.
perfect mayo to roast beef like ratio?
I don't have mayo and roast beef. I have I have
Well,
barbecue
fuck
sauce.
mayo. So don't
All right,
ask
and
me.
this is the end of KetchupCast episode 3. I'll see you guys next time.
No, barbecue sauce goes on roast beef. Absolutely.
Put up
What the
Vaschwitzen.
fuck is wrong with you?
What?
That's fine, but I would never
What's
do
wrong
it.
with barbecue sauce, dude?
What's
Barbecue sauce is
wrong?
good.
What's wrong with ketchup?
Yeah, that's the real
What's
question.
wrong with ketchup?
Okay. Ooh, I just farted. All right, ketchup.
How much is too much ketchup? Is the real question.
However,
Oh, you know how much too much ketchup is? Dipping
Dipping it up to your fingers.
Dipping your entire burger into it.
all right, ketchup in your burger.
In your
Yes.
burger, yeah.
Ketchup
That's all right.
outside of your burger as a dip.
No.
Oh no, okay, stick with me here.
And wait, and
Nah, yeah,
fucking
I do it.
plastered all over your fingers, right?
No, but like earnestly, like just a little bit, like a bite-sized amount.
If the
Yeah,
burger,
That's
if the
fine, that's
burger
absolutely
doesn't come
fine.
with ketchup, I'll dip a little bit.
All right.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Okay.
A little bit.
That's fucking disgusting.
You know.
What's
Wait,
okay?
what-
What's all right? I've seen people put ketchup on mac and cheese.
Oh, fucking worse.
I do
Wonder
that
how-
at
wonder how.
times. I
No,
do
no,
that
no,
if
no,
the
no,
mac
no,
and
no, no.
cheese is, like,
I-
really
Why
good.
can't you just enjoy food as it is? Why do you have
Yeah,
Yeah,
No,
what-
okay,
what-
no. You not just
I
hear
don't
what
like
said.
this
It's
food,
like,
I have
if
to
the-
edit it
if
to my
it's
palate.
really bland, I'll add ketchup, but I do really enjoy mac and cheese by itself.
Or you can dip your pizza in sriracha dressing.
That
Like
is
certain-
fine. That is
Oh, if I
100%
knew
fine.
somebody
That's
was gonna
really
bring
good.
it up, and it really pisses me off now.
What?
I'm sorry.
Can't dip
Freaking
anything in anything
sriracha.
anymore.
How about this? Don't dip your fucking pizza in it.
Yeah, for real.
No, I'm okay with that, and I do it, but I can understand why
don't-
people don't like it.
Don't fucking dunk it like it's a baby.
Baby.
Like you're baptizing a baby. in
Leah
ketchup.
Hunt.
Pizza doesn't need extra sauce. That's
I wonder what
it comes
he's
down
up to right now.
No, okay. If anything, I like to dip my crust into a sauce because the crust is.
Yeah, like
kind of-
marinara sauce or olive oil.
I don't even like marinara sauce that much. And that's how it's pronounced, by the way. Marinara, not marinara.
It's really not. It's really
like
not.
Capri.
Capra Sun.
Yeah, whoever pronounces it as Capra Sun is a retard.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
Wonder who that is.
you say a Capri Sun and not Zwiggity Zwoogity ginger water.
Mike.
Liquidy dickwidy yummy dummy.
Liquidy
You call
dickly
it
yummy
crack 'cause it's
wummy.
not sucky wucky ducky fucky lucky cucky bucky.
Crunchy wunchy
Right,
bunchy.
on
Crisps.
Plasticky wasticky.
It's crisps, not chips.
Mike,
Right.
what you mean?
Stupid Americans, yeah?
Mate, what you mean fish and fries? You call that cold and chips, yeah?
Yeah, at least they don't get
Why
shot
you
while
call
doing
it the
maths,
movie theater? It's the cinema.
Odd looking bloke, that one.
Yeah? You don't go see a movie, you go see a film, yeah?
Oh my god, I'm looking at British slang, and the first word that comes up
Are you
is collywobble.
stupid?
Collie wobbles.
Stupid Americans.
You call it mom
Stupid.
and not mum.
Like, okay, you guys sort of hate on it, but I actually really love like British slang words. I really love the swear words.
Oh, those are fun.
Well,
I like
yeah,
this. I like there's some
yeah.
words that we can't say because it just doesn't sound right as an American. Like
just like there's some words British people can't say, but they say it all.
yeah, like I don't.
Like I hate it when British people say bro. They're like bro.
They say bruv.
Bruv.
That's why
They
it's
say
been
bruv, mate.
bastardized.
No, but they try and use like the American. They're like bro,
Bro.
bro.
Mate, at least I don't get shot while doing my maths, yeah?
Keep saying bro.
like bloke. We can't say bloke, but I kind of like.
Yeah,
that.
I know.
Odd looking bloke, that one. Mental.
I like that
What's
one.
up? What's another one for?
Oh, and you can't say have a gander without people think you're joking.
Oh, they also say shit like, "Are you mad?
God damn it, my
Are
laptop
you
fell asleep.
mad?
Are you mad?"
Wait, what's a
Mad.
collywobble?
Mental. What? Wait, what else? There's like
What?
other ones for.
Why are you taking a piss? Who's taking a piss?
Mate, who's taking a piss?
You're taking the piss out of me, yeah?
We can't say
Taking the
bloody
piss out-
either.
Wait, okay. You guys remember that Bruno video? He's like, I am a nutter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the fuck is a nutter?
A crazy
Someone-
person. I'm literally looking at it right now.
Yeah.
I've never heard that one up until the Bruno video.
Bruno is very crazy.
I also,
That's why I said
I also try to say nicked as much as possible. Like, oh, I nicked that. What is it? A kip? Asleep?
I am insane.
Oi,
Oh,
you chuffed. Blimey. I do like blimey. I'll take that. Can we trade that?
Blimey, that's more.
No, I say crikey.
That's it. That's crikey. My Australian friend could teach us slang.
Mate.
Oh,
Mate,
God.
mate.
Crikey,
call
you
it
are the
crackers and
ugliest
not
woman
crisps.
I've ever seen. All right.
Marco, did you work today?
Yeah,
How was
How
that?
was it?
fucking terrible.
Uh-oh.
We had
You want to
an $80,000 order today. The truck came late, so that was.
That's epic. When you say
You want-
80,000 order, you mean like that's like way more shit that you guys have to unbox
And
and
angry ass people asking for Lysol wipes that we don't have.
Oh, wait, what's the big news? The big news that happened at your work today?
can you say that?
What happened?
Yeah, you can say it.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, do you want me?
Yeah,
If he gets
go ahead,
fired,
go
so
ahead.
what?
Yeah. So like, I come in the morning and I'm me and my coworker are just doing some like prep work, produce, and he's like, "Ugh, everyone go in front of the deli, please." So we all go there. And then he comes out and he's like, "Okay, so he's like, we have some things to discuss." He's like, one of the team members has been tested positive for COVID-19. And, like,
COVID-19.
So like, he won't even tell us who it was. Like, he's like, "Oh, the name is confidential." He's like, "We can't put them on the spot."
Oh, shit.
I'm like, that's retarded because any one of us could have been like around him or working with him, and we wouldn't
Yeah.
even know.
You know what
So-
that?
What?
You know what that actually reminds me of? Do you guys remember back in high school where like someone got a?
Yeah, no, I remember. I remember
They
that. I
got
remember
TB.
that.
Was it tuberculosis?
Tuberculosis.
They didn't tell us who it was.
You got
and I
you
was
got a
just walking
tuberculosis and not lungy, wungy, burny phlegm.
And not Burny, Wurny, hurdy, wordy, lungy, wungies.
Continue.
No, I remember something like that. Well, do you want to tell everyone also what time you've been going to work every day, Marco?
5 a.m.
How's that? I think that's the hard part. Like if it was like, if it was like 10 to 5, would that be better?
If it was a little later in the would be easier, but like
I think even 10 is fucking.
It's a lot better than fucking 5.
That's true.
I
I'd rather
That's the
do
thing,
10.
I've just been waking up at 11 a.m. every single day.
Well, you guys are all tucked in bed sleeping. I'm busting my ass.
I beg to
thing,
differ.
Marco.
I beg to differ, Marco. I wake up at 7:30 on the dot now every day, and then I go to bed at 2. So I sleep for 5 hours a night, and I can't go back
Dude,
to
last
bed.
night I went to sleep at 3 a.m. and I was thinking, I'm like, oh shit, Marco's gonna wake up in a few hours.
Best roommates. You're all awake at the
Mar-
same time.
Marco walked so we could run.
PJ.
Yeah.
All right, can you do me a favor?
Uh-huh.
All right, everyone shush for a sec. PJ, just say, all right, we're gonna take a break now.
All right, we're gonna take a break now.
Welcome
Yeah.
back.
Okay, well, I'm gonna tell you guys right now, the one thing I cannot stop watching is the Eric
Yeah.
Andre show. I've watched it on and off for years, but now I just went in all in and binge watched all of it, and it's probably my
When I-
favorite show on TV. Even that's coming from someone who doesn't even like TV that much.
When I saw it the other day, that was the funniest shit I've ever seen in my life.
Oh,
Like,
Have you heard of Eric before last night?
Well, let me explain it. Eric Andre is
yeah.
well, I mean, everyone's heard of it, but they don't really know what it is. Eric Andre he's a late night talk show that hates late night talk shows. He satirizes it, and he does his opening monologue, but he'll mess up lines on purpose and get mad when they're wrong. The entire set is made of plywood and polystyrene, so he just break it, and they have a bunch of stagehands come out and bring another desk out or something like that. And it's just they film in the cheapest studio possible. They have to. I learned this today. They have to turn the AC off because it's too loud when they're filming, and they're in South California in Hollywood in the summer.
If you look
with no AC in a
everybody's
boiling hot
sweating.
studio. Yeah. Well, the show looks uncomfortable too, which only makes it
Dude,
better.
when Jack Black was on the show, he was sweating so much.
It doesn't help that the interviews are really uncomfortable too. So what he does,
They're funny as hell,
what he
though.
does,
It's so
he
funny.
makes sure that people doesn't do their research. So if a celebrity asks to be interviewed on the show, they'll show him oh haha, he's really wacky, or he's really weird, and that's his whole selling point, is that he's a weirdo. But they don't really get the full extent of it. So he'll mess with them the entire time. Apparently he had what's his name, Howie Mandel, who was a massive germaphobe on the show, and they started raining squids down from the ceiling. And they said the whole magic of the show is that the guests aren't in on the jokes at all. So what's his name? The guy we were watching last night. He was the old dude with the salt and pepper hair. Oh, it was Jimmy Kimmel. It was Jimmy Kimmel. I learned from an interview today. They had a guy. It's built. The whole set is built on an elevated stage, and they had a guy who had his hand under the seat, just poking Jimmy Kimmel in the balls for the whole interview.
Oh, is that what he
That's so
meant by
funny.
he feels like the seat is alive?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
okay.
so fun.
And what is it? They had a guy who was obviously fake. They had he could bring the boom mic down and smacking Jimmy Kimmel in the face. He's why is the microphone wet?
Jimmy Kimmel moment.
Jimmy Kimmel moment. Literally a Jimmy Kimmel moment.
No, Mego, I got a question.
Yeah.
Do you like the interviews or when he's out in public?
I think both have their strengths. The pranks are some of the funniest things ever. So they don't film it in South California. They film the pranks in New York.
New York.
And they're he'll go on the New York subways and just mess with people. He was my favorite one, the one I can quote the most, is he's a beekeeper. He's dressed up as a giant beekeeper with the boxes, and he's purposely stumbling over and falling over, and he fell into a door, and all the boxes shattered. He's oh, the bees! They're all over me. They're stinging my inside. It's so funny.
No, I really like the celebrity interviews just because you always see these celebrities such a high platform ever.
Yeah.
But when they're on that show, it's just completely taken away from them. They just completely just lose all sense of control as Eric Andre just them. That's just so funny to me. That
Oh, I know.
concept
I love that angle.
of just sweeping the platform away from all these big name celebrities. Just completely them, you know.
Oh, and his Hannibal Buress. He's oh yeah, Hannibal is a weirdo too. He's in on all the jokes. What is it? My favorite one is oh my god, they have Pauly D from the Jersey Shore on there, and they just have a guy who looks exactly like Pauly D come out and sit right next to him, and he's copying every word he says. He's and so I'll be on this show, and the second's oh, I'll be on this show, and then they have one for Eric Andre come out, and they have another Hannibal Buress come out, and then they have in another episode they're they're just doing a normal interview, and they have some fat white woman walk out and start making out with Hannibal for the whole interview, Which apparently those interviews are like an hour and a half long, but they whittle it down to 3 minutes.
Oh my god.
I know. That apparently he's only had 2 people walk out in the entire show, and that was some girl. I think it was something Conrad, and what's the other one? T.I., the rapper. They had him back out. He was like, they had zombies pop out of the floor. He was like, "Rah!" And they had to stop the interview because T.I. kicked one of the zombies in the face out of defense.
Oh my god.
And
What about R. Kelly? You think he's gonna burn in hell?
Oh, definitely.
Where is he right now?
I know. Oh, jail.
In jail.
Really? Still? I
I
didn't
mean,
know.
still.
Wait, there was pretty serious crimes there.
No, but I'm saying like
R. Kelly in jail. Asked for prison release again. He's also awaiting trial in Illinois regarding separate sexual abuse allegations. He's currently being held in the Metropolitan Correctional Center.
that is so epic.
His name is Sylvester.
Ew.
Imagine being named Sylvester.
Imagine Bird.
Gilbert.
Well, speaking of other shows that we've been watching a lot of SpongeBob. Because
SpongeBob.
I think the best thing about it is it's still funny somehow.
It's even funnier. It's even funnier now.
it really is like so funny, and I know
now you
I'm saying
understand
that as an 18-year-old.
Who cares? It's hilarious.
It is funny. It's relatable to every single age group.
It's because you can realize the adult themes now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's easier to understand. Like,
Well, even then, I think its main like strength is that the lessons that it does teach lessons because it is a show, but like the lessons that it teaches are really they're not cut and dry. Like they're very nuanced and elaborated on.
Hey Patrick, how the
Like
are you?
they also are
don't swear, kids.
they're also very relatable. Like the procrastination episode, especially.
Oh,
That's a very that's a very applicable
going to
thing to most
college.
people.
Well, I think the coolest thing is it'd be cool if SpongeBob were to join the Smash.
The Smash. You have
You want to tell us what that means for a bit?
Yeah, you should explain that clip.
I hope-
PJ, you are relatively Instagram famous. You do have you have a somewhat following.
2,000 plus followers. On
Okay.
Oh yeah, so you
Don't flatter him. Don't flatter him.
he doesn't deserve any praise. You do run into the occasional weirdo.
Oh yeah, so I hope he's watching this right now. That'd be kind of funny. So what I tend to do this. If my followers are watching, you'll know very well. I like to talk about characters that are going to be in Super Smash Bros. Like I still see. So this is back this makes it so funny. This is a while ago. This is before I think even Joker got released. Is I did a big poll and I said, okay, give me characters, and I want you to, and I'll tell my opinion about it, whatever. Someone sends me, it's a Fire Emblem character, Edelgard. I don't know if you guys know what that is. You saw my story about it. Yeah, but I put a post about Edelgard. I archive it, I pin it to my page, and I forget about it. I forget about it for a year. Okay? So then maybe like last week, some random guy just goes and replies to that story from a year ago and just replies, SpongeBob? I'm like, what? Why not? Why not?
How did he spell it? How did he spell why not?
It was W-Y not. So I tried to explain to him, I'm like, well, SpongeBob can't be in Smash because he's a cartoon character.
It's like talking down to a child.
Yeah, like the rule is you have to originate from a video game. And his response, nevertheless, it would be cool if SpongeBob were to join the Smash. And I'm just confused on one, how he found that post and why he decided to reply to that specific post. And then what he says SpongeBob. Like what?
Why not?
Why not?
Why not? That's a good reason why he shouldn't.
He took offense
I saw
to it.
someone trying to justify that by saying they had a SpongeBob game.
Yeah, but
He's not
the thing is,
he's not originally
there are
from
a
the
bunch
game.
of SpongeBob games out there.
But the rule is you have to originate from a video game. That is the rule. You have to be originated from a video game. That's the one thing you have to have under your belt.
And unfortunately, he does not have that going for him.
There is a SpongeBob game coming out in a few months.
Oh, absolutely! Battle for the Bikini Bottom HD. I'm
Available for
so
pre-order
Why are they
now.
fighting
hyped.
for it? Why are they fighting for it?
because Plain is trying to take it over or whatever.
Why?
Plankton.
Because he's mean. Because Plankton's mean.
Plankton.
He's trying to pronounce
Did
it
he use
correctly.
every
now.
plan from A to Y?
Yeah, and I was just playing Z.
No, that was the movie. The movie was Plan Z. Dude,
Yeah.
I can't deal with you guys. You aren't professional.
Why?
Sorry.
What did
I
we
need some
do?
professionals.
Why?
You don't even know what Plan Z is. It's the whole linchpin, the whole thing holding the plot together in the movie.
Plan Z? Yes, Z. The letter after Y. Z. I never noticed it. It's so perfect and lemon scented.
No, the whole copy pasta. It's like the whole Joker scene. Can we reenact the Joker scene?
Wait, a little bit more about SpongeBob. Of just the SpongeBob character swearing. Come to the chum bucket. We'll shove into your mouth.
Oh, I loved it. Every f***ing day.
My favorite one is Mr. Krabs saying sucker. Nevertheless, she would be a good addition to the Smash.
Beep, you like to smash?
The Smash.
I tried to find the scene for the Joker scene online, and I got the whole script for the whole movie right here.
Yeah.
Nevertheless.
Wait, for the whole movie or the
Oh, here it is.
Oh,
This guy actually responded.
wait, you left him on red?
No. I mean, he responded to my previous stories too, or my later stories.
Yeah, he's like
Who's-
starting
who's-
at the beginning and going through the backlog. He's a big
Yeah, wait,
fan.
No, let me see. He requested some character. I
Okay,
forget.
now I'm mad. Anthony's sending Instagram memes while we're in the middle of this. What
I'm
is that?
try- I'm
Is
trying
this
to-
Jeremy Renner frowning? Oh my god, you can see through his shirt.
Jeremy Renner's film Arctic Dogs.
No,
Was it-
Anthony,
was
look,
he
at,
some,
Anthony,
like-
look at that photo. He's wearing a bra.
I need to see this. I need to see Jeremy Renner.
That's not Jeremy Renner, but
Yo, peep, is your name Randall?
PJ, look.
Ew, is that you?
No, look, he's wearing a
What?
bra.
That's
What?
gross.
All right, I found the
Ooh.
thumbnail.
Who?
Simon Kid, the picture you sent.
Oh, Simon Cowell.
That's that's the thumbnail, 100%. Oh, you're cracking my back. Anyway, oh yeah, Nickelodeon shows. They're I think that's their main strength is like you can watch them whenever for any age. Like Victorious is on Netflix, and
Wait, any
oh
other
boy,
good
if I didn't binge
Nickelodeon
watch
show?
all 3 seasons of Victorious.
What was Victorious on?
It was on
Nickelodeon.
Yeah,
Really?
it's
Yeah.
it was
How
iCarly.
the fuck are you
So
forgetting?
was
all-
iCarly, right?
Yeah, it was iCarly's
And
sister show.
No, it was on
Josh.
fucking Disney Channel.
It may as
I thought they were on Disney Channel first.
Oh my god.
It's only been
Okay.
six
Literally,
years.
how'd you forget any of
It's only been 6 years since I've watched them.
Oh, only 6.
I don't understand why, but you cannot watch iCarly anywhere. Like nowhere it exists. Like Amazon Video,
Not a
nope.
car.
YouTube, nope.
Yeah.
But
I think you have to get the Nickelodeon app.
yeah, and you have to pay
Oh, yeah.
with your.
And that's the problem with these apps. Like
There's so many of them
like
you don't
the-
want to do. You don't want to buy.
There's
all
so
of them.
many of them, and like some of these shows, they're really good shows, but they're only available on their app. Like for example, the Eric Andre show,
Only available on Comedy Central.
Comedy Central, and that is the shittiest app.
Hey, all
ever.
TV shows are available on thepiratebay.org.
Honestly, it's worth it. Also, what Anthony was saying too is good Nickelodeon shows. For me personally, I really liked Fairly Odd Parents. It's kind of popular, kind of not.
Oh,
but
it,
I really
it
like
fell
that show.
off though. We all can agree to
I feel
that.
like my brother watched it more than I. Like
But
I would just
Yeah, it fell off hard, but I really did like the show.
No,
was really
it
good.
fell-
It fell off. It fell off like after they put like in it.
Oh yeah. When they had the baby, it got really shit.
Yes.
But
Baby.
Just like real life, the baby ruined it.
the episode
baby. I've never heard of the baby.
poof. It's so like testicle. That's like
What the f-
And Cosmo gave birth to him. Son.
yeah Cosmo.
I remember it was like a
Shit.
half an hour TV special. Oh yeah, back to my main point. Victorious. I've been watching it, and Dan Schneider since has been outed as a weirdo, and he was the guy who made all these TV shows, by the way, on Nickelodeon.
Have you noticed his how much he'd make them do things?
Yeah, that's
Disturbing.
that's the
Didn't
main that's the
Flippy
main
Frank
part.
make a song about that?
Well, he I
Nickelodeon
realized
girls?
why he still makes shows to this day on Nickelodeon. I think. Well, he has he started off with Drake and Josh, and then it went to Zoe 101,
I'm rooting for 2019, Greg.
and then iCarly Victorious, and then he did like 2 more shows about superheroes or something, and none of them really.
Oh yeah, it's like
none of them took off.
yeah.
What shows are those?
He also did Sam and Cat, which I just remembered existed.
Oh yeah, holy shit, that's right.
It only existed for 1 season, I think. But
Wait, what were his superhero shows?
there
It
was
was
the,
the,
there was the
I
one
think
with
one's
the
like
family, and then it was the
Henry,
one with the
Henry
kid.
Danger.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Henry Danger, I think it's called.
What an L.
Oh, I know. But
Well, Dan Schneider was a weirdo, so.
well, yeah, he's been outed as a weirdo. But yeah, like even back then, I was like watching these shows, and like there's always like this sub in the back of my mind, it's just ticking that there's something weird going on here.
So something's up.
Yeah, no, something's up. But I don't know. But I do like the shows. I can watch iCarly today, and I think I think out of all things, iCarly was like the most. It got the most right about what the internet would evolve into with streaming service, with like streaming Twitch live streams.
I will say,
I got a question.
yeah.
Do you like iCarly when they were all young or when they were sort of a bit older?
When they were older.
I like it when they were older. It got more into
I like when they're older.
it came
'Cause
to, like,
I
a
don't really
drama.
like Freddie when he was sort of like a squeaker.
Well, that was only for like 3 episodes, and they're like, "Hey, is your voice deeper?" Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah, what's up?
But
Hey, you Rob? Yeah, what's
also,
up?
iCarly had an actual ending. Victoria just ended on a Christmas episode.
Oh yeah, that's right. I had a whole like sad ending.
Yeah,
Is there an episode of iCarly where Sam and Freddie kissed?
yeah, there's a bunch of those.
Oh yeah.
I think
That's epic.
they.
Oh fuck.
I think the only thing that was left a mystery at the end of the show was who Freddie ended up with.
No one. His right hand.
He ended up with the mom.
Probably. I'd be surprised.
I was. Oh, continue.
Yeah, no, so what I was saying is like how you watch SpongeBob now and notice all like the funnier stuff. I feel like you watch a Dan Schneider show now and you just notice all like the
Cringe.
weird, like disgusting stuff.
That and it is decent to some extent. Like Victoria's wasn't that unfunny, but because like some of it was like the plots do get really absurd at sometimes, and I think it's funny just to have actors like that. Like the concept, like it doesn't feel weird, even though it's like kind of a surrealist thing because the concept for Victoria is that it's in a performing arts high school, so they can kind of get away with whatever.
Right.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Mark had just left.
Ooh.
I
Yeah,
wonder
they can get away with a lot of more of the edgy jokes. Not edgy, but like pushing the boundary on what they can do. Because iCarly was Drake and Josh especially was fairly grounded. Like Drake and Josh had like sort of like
Guards.
a real concept of 2 families coming together through marriage.
Was it Robbie who had the puppet?
Yeah. The Rex.
I really didn't like that about the show.
Well, no,
What, Robbie?
they killed them in one episode.
Oh yeah, he like canonically dies.
That is so
My favorite part, and I forgot these existed, were blooper episodes for both shows. Where they, because they obviously reused a lot of actors. Like Victoria Justice was in Zoe 101, and Miranda Cosgrove was both in Drake and Josh and iCarly, and they had blooper episodes, and they were the funniest things. Like it's back again to Eric Andre. They did these things where they would like get the like, Ariana Grande, Victoria, we both need you on set today to do these things, and they're like, okay, and they sit there for like a fake interview with the puppet character, and he's like, he like cuts them off and asks them weird questions. It's kind of like that, but like child friendly to an extent, and it's really funny. And then they'll kick them off stage randomly whenever, and then they show the bloopers, and you can see like how much like the people change. Like I watched like 5 years ago or something a Jeanette McCurdy interview, and she talks about how she just hates doing kid shows because she's 22 and has to play a 16-year-old, so she's really outgrowing her character, and she just wants to do something more serious and become a better actor. I don't think that ended up happening though.
Oh, jeez.
Wait a minute, Jeanette McCurdy, she's Sam from...
Yeah, Sam.
And and the big one, Ariana Grande, you can see that like because you guys have watched Victorious, obviously, right?
Yeah.
Like her character's like a ditz, like she's like a moron, and her voice is so high pitched. And watching bloopers of them is so funny because she'd be like, ah, ha, ha, ha. Oh, what's my line? Oh. But yeah. And that is my essay.
That is my essay. Any questions?
Thank you. The
Yeah.
end.
Whatever happened to Dan Schneider? That's the question.
We've been going
Jail.
Okay, we're at an hour and 8 minutes. Do you guys want to move into the rec?
Is it time for the rec?
It's your rec this week.
All right. Oh yeah. Okay, I'll go.
All right.
Who likes money?
Wait, hold on, wait. We're gonna go into it in 3, 2.
So, what's the recommendation for this week?
Start over.
All right, ready?
No one said anything.
We're gonna go into it. 3.
No, look, it was
2.
fine when you were like. It was fine when you were like, we should just jump into the rec.
No, I kind of want to cut into it just to patch things up.
Okay.
Okay, ready? What?
Set.
What?
All right, now it's time for the. I was about to say weekly recommendation, but we don't do this weekly.
The 3-week recommendation.
Yeah, that's the recommendation. I hope you guys enjoy whatever Anthony has to recommend this week.
Now, what I'm gonna recommend has been around for a while, but I just now started it. I would say what I would recommend this episode is the Uncharted series. If you guys ever played Uncharted, I think it's a really good game. I already played 1 through 3, and I'm currently playing the 4th one. And just like the transition from 3 to 4 is so good, and fucking like the timeline is sort of like not messed up, but like some of them are in between each other.
You know, my friend is saying that if I ever get a PS4, that's like the first thing I should get.
I heard that all of Naughty Dog games are good. Like, I played Sly Cooper when I was a kid. I played some Uncharted. I didn't play a lot of Uncharted, but I did play some Uncharted. The Last of Us, that's a good one.
Yeah, the last
Especially with the
Last of Us Part 2 coming out.
The Last of Us Part
No,
2.
it's been delayed indefinitely.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, okay, I guess it's never coming out. They just have the exe file, just never to be opened.
But here's the transition from 3 to 4 is amazing because the graphics change is out of
Look, because they do an Uncharted game every console, right?
Yeah,
It's like Uncharted 2 is on the PS2,
I think so.
and Uncharted
know,
3
I-
PlayStation 3, and then Uncharted 4 PlayStation 5.
Uncharted 4 came out 3 years ago, and it looks so good for today.
Wait, 3 years ago? It feels like it's way longer than that.
I believe 2017. I think
I'm looking
so.
at it.
I
Jeez,
think
that was 3 years ago.
2016.
Mm.
So yeah,
2016.
yeah, almost 4 years ago.
There's so much.
May 10th.
Well, anyways, I recommend the
All right, that's
definitely play all of them.
Are they gonna make Uncharted 5?
I mean, the
no, because they had to retcon half the series to make Uncharted 4.
Uncharted 4 is called The Thieves' End, so it makes sense for it to end.
What was Uncharted 3 called? I'm pretty sure it was called the same exact thing.
No,
Drake's
it wasn't. It was
Deception.
called- Yeah.
2011.
The Deception belonged to Drake.
And
It is
Josh.
his.
Drake fell.
Oh, that was
Oh shit! That's another show we've been watching. We've been watching
Drake and Josh. I love Drake and Josh.
I really didn't like when Josh was fat. I liked when he was skinny.
You know what? That's another recommendation then. Drake and Josh.
Yeah,
You know what's it? Yeah.
but like the last couple seasons,
You know, Josh Peck makes like a lot of cameos in Victorious.
he makes a lot of cameos and a lot of ads today.
Yeah, he's
Like, didn't he become like a Viner?
well, he's like
Oh, yeah, he did.
He's David Dobrik's best friend
God,
apparently.
that was really cringy.
Oh, I hate to say the whole app is cringe. Unpopular opinion, but it was.
I remember I was on it constantly.
Oh, Vine. I only watched the
Yeah.
compilations years after the app closed down.
Until it got bought by.
I was saying like all the memes like years after the app closed down, and everyone was already past them. It's like road work ahead. I sure hope it does. Michael, shut up! I swear to God. Can't stand you.
Right.
And on that note,
And on that.
And
note,
on that
thanks for-
bombshell.
Thanks for tuning in. This is our sort of first episode, us all recording from home.
so it's kind of weird, yeah.
Yeah, it's a little weird, but we'll definitely get used to it.
Actually,
with time.
before we outro, can we talk about the last video we made, the failed compilations video?
Yeah.
I
what of
want
it?
to kind of justify some of the stuff in that.
Justify.
Well, not justify. I want to go into some detail about it because I feel like there's a lot of clips in there that just aren't really explained.
Talk to us about it.
There's one clip when we're playing Man vs. Machine and Marco just goes, "Oh no!" and very randomly for like 2 seconds. And I couldn't explain why or I couldn't figure out why I put it there for like a day and a half until I figured out that he was taunting and blew himself up, and he was stuck in the animation.
I still gotta go back and find that.
No, okay. Michael doesn't agree with me, but if you watch the video, the part where it says that I'm laughing at nothing,
Because you were
laughing. No, I wasn't laughing at anything. I was laughing at something.
I was alright. There you go. There's the answer.
No, shut up. I was
There we are.
laughing. I was laughing at how me and Marco were hitting PJ with our melee weapons, and it makes a thud every time you hit something. So like, it's just kind of funny.
Is it literally a caveman?
People was just standing there taking it. So I don't know why it was fucking hilarious.
Metal back goes thud.
PJ, have any questions about the video?
No, I think we watch it again.
When's the last time we saw each other physically?
I believe it was
We just saw Anthony
March
on the webcam.
16th. March 16th, I want to say.
We saw me on the webcam.
You know, it was when we broke your computer by accident. That's when
No,
we lost it.
then we fixed it.
Fixed his computer. We didn't break it. It's
Yeah,
just that
yeah,
You broke
yeah,
it. You broke it.
monitor-
It broke itself and we fixed it.
No, it's just that his monitor is retarded.
It's like
That's it.
we opened up the side of the case and went and died.
just steam came out of the power supply. And it's like, yep.
But all's well that ends well.
Ooh, gaga.
Marco got an upgrade.
Yeah, like through all the bullshit we went through, Marco got a new card.
And that was the last time we ever saw each other. Then fucking pandemic.
Last time we will
It's
ever
kind of
see each other.
sad when you
Okay,
think
I'm
about it.
kind of mad about the kid from Instagram who he runs the school system in our city. He kind of like keeps up to date with that, and like he's like the Twitter account for that. But he's also a student, so like he's pretty biased about a lot of the stuff. And he was like such a doomer, I guess the word would be. He was like so
Yes, we're all gonna die.
He was so pessimistic about the future. He's like, this will be a problem every year for the rest of our lives, and there's nothing we can do about it. He's like, you think
What, the
life will go
pandemic?
back to normal after
Yeah.
this? No.
He
And
said
it's
40
like,
to 70%
dude,
of the population is
calm
gonna get it.
down. Like, we'll be fine. Like, it will take a while. We'll be fine. Like, the world didn't shut down. Like, the Black Plague destroyed half the planet, but we're still here.
I'm calling 18 months.
18 months. Well, he's giving like high balls about how long it's gonna take for the vaccine to be made.
How long has it been? Like 2 months? Like a month and a half?
It's been
I think a month. What's it?
it's been 4 months since like the whole thing
Since
started.
the whole thing started.
2 months since quarantine started, or since like the the warnings started.
All right, 16 more months, lads.
I just said,
We got this.
2 more years. Oh,
Damn, I can't see you guys for 2
what
years.
were they saying at the
That's
Trump
what
rallies? 4
sucks.
more years.
No,
4
listen,
more
well-
years.
we see each other like once or twice at some point, you know?
No, there's a
No,
point.
Anthony
There's got to
can't
be a
leave the
point
house.
where there's got to be a point where it's like,
You can't leave
okay,
the house.
Yeah, no, what I'm thinking is the second it goes down a significant amount, people are gonna say, I don't
they're
care.
saying that now.
It's-
They're
Yeah,
saying-
but I think,
You see what happened in Florida?
oh
Yeah.
yeah, like they open the beaches.
What
no,
the
people are
these
protesting
people?
to like. They're like
In
protesting
New York,
this.
it went
They're like,
down a bit.
they're like, it went down a bit. It's like, okay, it's going down. Let's go. Let's reopen everything. It's like,
Oh,
no, just because it's starting to get fixed doesn't mean you stop
But yeah,
fixing
No,
it.
that's what I feel like. That's what I feel like is gonna happen. Is that once it starts going down a lot, people are gonna say, just go out again.
You got a broken,
Well,
you got a broken car, and it's like, oh, the car is starting to move, so I guess this is fine.
What I've learned recently is in order for it to be considered contained, it must be contained for 44 days. So if you see 0 cases for 44 days, we're good.
What's the thing? People don't
Hope so.
care about that because they're such freedom lovers that they're willing to, like, people are literally willing to let like thousands of people die, just so like the economy can reopen, or like they can go
Yeah.
back to work.
Okay, now like I'm not like I'm not supporting. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm just saying that's one thing China did. Is because they're so strict with their laws and enforcement, they were able to contain it.
Well, they're not. That's the thing. We'd never get an answer on that, so it's kind of a bad comparison.
Oh, that's true. But I'm saying, like, people here, like, we're...
No, I hear you, because they've dealt with it in China before, so they're used to, like, a pandemic like this, but over in America, it's, like, really new.
Well, like, this is, like, something like this has never happened before. People don't give a...
People are like, dude, I'm free to do whatever I want.
Yeah, exactly.
I can go outside and go to the store, even though everything's closed right now.
Except for BJ's.
Yep.
Yeah, except...
Well, that's the thing people don't like. They just don't like, they don't feel like they legally can't do something. Yeah. Like, stay inside so, like, thousands of people don't die. No.
Dude, literally,
no.
I'm gonna go work.
Everything is saying stay inside. On YouTube, there are ads everywhere saying stay inside. On porn sites, it says stay inside.
How'd you know that?
Pornhub's free now.
Yeah.
How would you know
No, it ain't. Well, I've been watching hentai, so I'm not even watching porn.
And that's where we're gonna end it.
All right,
That's good. End it.
End it.
Take care.
Can we all clap and just say, here I am?
No.
Wait, I need to do my outro. Take care of yourselves, and of course, as usual, please have yourself a damn good one.